always follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome in. Thanks for watching today on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our affiliates across the country. In this hour, I think there is a bet to be made based on what Warren Sharp told us yesterday about this quarterback. We'll replay the audio for you coming up in 15. And in 30 minutes, Jensen Lewis is going to join the program here. Former Major League pitcher, VSiN morning show host here as well. Like, what the hell's going to happen tonight with the pitching after last night's?
Oh, God.
They played 2 games.
They did.
18 innings.
2 7-inning stretches. Umpires nearly ran out of baseballs. Guerrero eating fruit in the dugout.
You have to.
Yeah, absolutely. 609 pitches, 6 outs on the bases, 6 hours and 39 minutes. I believe the 1939 World Series was played in fewer time. Klein, 72 pitches, most he threw since 2021.
I got a great quote from Klein.
He got 500 texts after the game he heard from every coach he's ever had, he said. I love the quote where it's every time he came back, can you keep going? How much can you give us? And he said, I'll give you whatever you need. And he went back out there and everything he had. Guts!
So he is at the stadium right now. He looks like the Jimmy Butler meme from the pandemic. When he carried the heat on his back, right? Put him, and he was just like, dead after the game. So Arash Markazi's there covering the game.
Oh, yeah.
He took the photo, and he was asked how many innings he could pitch today. Klein laughed, and he goes, as many as they need. Hopefully none.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great.
Right?
Oh, it was so good. I can't believe he was able to do that. Never heard of the guy. I love the quote where he's sitting there in the dugout, and he looks over, and he realizes, I'm the only guy left. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
And the gem today from Roberts, if they didn't have Yamamoto to bail him out, how about Yamamoto? I have a body that's capable of pitching a complete game in the World Series and coming back 2 days later. If he wasn't available, remember, because Snell kept asking, they said, no, you got to pitch game 5. Rojas was going to pitch the 19th, a position player.
Well, at some point that's going to happen.
This is crazy. I know it's a World Series, but they were going to have to go to a position player.
Well, first of all, I could not believe that Roberts put in Clayton Kershaw with a bases-loaded situation. Right? And by the way, it was a bad at-bat. Good tip of the cap to Clayton Kershaw. I'm super happy that he got out of that.
How so?
What do you mean?
You didn't like, what do you mean?
He swung at a pitch in the dirt.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, it was gutsy to get out of it, though. It was 3-2. And
oh, no, I understand that. Yeah, I mean,
okay.
that's as high leverage a spot that I could ever imagine Clayton Kershaw getting inserted into.
And we know his history.
Right, exactly right. But so he's one of my favorite pitchers of all time, so him to actually get out of that. But if he could have that back, right, like if that's somebody else to get out of that jam, because that's the only batter that Kershaw faced. Later on in the game, if Kershaw's still available, like he might begin an inning, and he might have to go a couple of innings there at that point. And then who knows what's going to take place. As for Ohtani, now $4 favorite to win the MVP at DraftKings. First player MLB history, 4+ hits, 5+ walks in a game. How about this? His last 2 games at Dodger Stadium, 7 for 7, 5 home runs, 7 extra base hits, 6 RBIs, 0 Ks, 6 walks. And overall last night, 12 total bases, 9 times on base. And as one Dodger fan who lives in LA texted me hours of the morning, he's like the third fiddle from last night's game. I don't agree with that. No. But he put Klein and also Freeman because of the game winner ahead of Ohtani.
It's a great job in the LA Times. Let Freeman ring as he's rounding the bases, and some great shots there as well. I can't believe Freeman does that, and I'm still 14-1 to win the MVP because of what this guy does. Now, Chris sent in a good tweet while we were talking about this to open the show. Why don't you move him down in the order?
Oh, man.
He's leading off again tonight, but
Wrap
that's
your head
interesting.
around that one.
Bill Shaken, LA Times. They just talked to Schneider. Are you going to walk him to start the game? Haven't decided yet. But he also said yesterday, I'm going to walk him every time. So this is nuts about how they're going to do this. And it also there's so much going on here. Because with the props, you just want to bet Bieber walks over, everything under with Ohtani. And the fact that, what if this goes 7 games? If he's $4 right now, who knows what he does tonight on the mound and with the bat. If they're going to walk him every single time, assuming it's a competitive game, How does he not win the MVP even if they lose the series?
So in a way, does it actually become easier for Schneider to walk him if they dropped him down in the lineup, which they're not going to do? He's batting leadoff tonight.
I say no. As in terms of what?
Well, because here's the deal.
It's more of a tough call first inning, but he led off last. It was an extra inning at bat. He led off the inning. They put him on.
I think I would rather face guys like, and nothing. I mean, these guys are really good and they can kill you. I'd rather face guys like Will Smith and Max Muncy.
Muncy was terrible last night.
No, I know he was.
Some bad at bats.
But that's one game. Fine.
Yeah,
he has a really good postseason history.
Yeah. It's Mookie Betts.
That's what I'm saying.
Freeman
So now if they're gonna put him on base, leading off games or innings, whatever it is, that how many combined All-Star games are we talking about with Betts? How many combined MVPs do Betts and Freeman have?
Yeah.
So you're going to say, nah, and by the way, like it's probably the right move. I'll take my chances with Betts, who's like a 10-time All-Star, and Freeman, who won the World Series, and this guy.
Yeah, Mookie went 1 for 8. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything last night.
No, some of those guys struggled. Hernandez was great. Freeman's found it. But see what he does here. The other thing is Springer is hour to hour.
Well, that's absolutely massive.
This is massive with Springer leaving the game. And I know I ripped Roberts, you ripped Schneider. I thought Roberts, that atrocious 5-minute sequence, you pinch hit for Hernandez, who is Mr. October and is 2 for 5 in the game, for Rojas to bunt. And then you hit for Pajes, and Call hasn't played since October 13th. It's like these guys have to think about, what if I don't score here and this game continues?
Mm-hmm. Who am I going to have?
It's stupid.
Well, Schneider.
Springer can't. You're going to rant a second. Sorry, Springer can't DH today. If he can't, Bichette will. Springer's hour to hour. That's just from Schneider right now.
Yeah, maybe both guys did not have their best games ever last night. The managers we're talking about here, because Schneider again, and I know Bichette has not been healthy, but pulling him, batting him fourth, pulling him, and then you have IKF batting cleanup, pitching to Ohtani in the seventh.
Yeah.
That's just like, you want to talk about results based. Hey, we'll pitch to him now down by 1. Oh, he ties the game up for the second time tonight. He homers. Now we're going to never pitch to him again.
Yeah.
Why didn't you think about that before that at bat? Like, this is the guy that can kill us, man, and we don't want to give him anything.
It still is a bad bullpen, but you helped him out. You pulled all your guys. You made it easy on the Dodger bullpen.
You pulled Bassett after 8 pitches.
Yep.
And then Lauer after 68 when he had gone 90-plus several times this year. Like, yeah. So I did bet Ohtani unders tonight.
Okay, what different ones you did do?
I bet under half a hit, plus 131, I believe, was the number I got out here in Las Vegas. You can probably find more nationally.
I did under total bases 1.5. Okay. And you put it with? Did you put it with anything?
I couldn't find any way to same game parlay it.
Okay.
I could not find a single book that would allow that. I also laid 330 juice here. Westgate was offering, will he have 2+ hits? I bet the no. Based on, again, Schneider basically saying we're going to take the bat out of his hands. And I played no home run in the game. Minus 285, I think, is what I laid. So I don't know if I can watch the game tonight. I can't even, like, his at bats, I got to find something else to do.
Oh, no. A viewer did total bases under, walks, and then he put the walks over, and then the Bieber walks over.
That's such a good...
What he did.
Oh, I love that.
He put that together. And he put Bieber walks down to 2 when he played with it. And that's the way to do it. Because if Bieber, you walk Ohtani to start the game, and you walk Ohtani in the 3rd or 4th, whatever it is, there's your 2. And then, but his walks prop, nevertheless, is 2.5. So if they're going to pitch, if they're going to walk Ohtani, there's 2 right there. You just need 1 more. Now, does he go? How long does he go? I bet him over 14.5. They need it like blood. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got to give you innings here. You got a game tomorrow, by the way. So he's 14.5. His strikeout prop's 4.5. And he's a veteran. He's like Walter and Lebowski. I just think he'll go out there and give you all you have, and you need it. And then you can go Bassett after him if something happens.
All right, so let me throw this at you. Stations Casinos here in Las Vegas, they have over half a walk. It actually came down. Earlier, it was $2 higher. But right now, it's minus $12.50 to have a walk.
Sweet Jesus.
It was higher than $14 earlier today. So should I hedge some of my bets here and play under? He doesn't walk tonight. It's 5-1.
Have Chauncey Billups call Schneider. See what they're doing with the first at bat. I would think.
Yeah, he's got access to burner phones, I'm guessing, where he's at right now.
Dude, that's the whole question. Do they just come out from the get-go and just say, that's it, you're on?
Well, what was that number?
Keep going.
I think, was it Luke or was it you? Was it DraftKings, I think, last night they had what's going to happen in the first at-bat? And the part of the walk was 5-1, I believe. DK had it late last night. They offered it ready for this game.
Oh, I didn't see that.
The first at-bat specifically, the walk was 5-1.
Wow.
Walker hit by pitch, I believe, is how it's phrased.
What would you do?
Oh, I would not. There's no. Everybody else in the Dodgers can beat me.
Yeah?
There's not a chance
Okay.
I'm giving this guy a prayer to beat me tonight or the rest of the series. No way. He's walking 10 times moving forward. Absolutely. The guy's Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's incredible. Oh, let's see what he does on the mound. Oh, by the way, he's 3-0 with a 1.14 ERA his last 6 starts, with a 46-8 strikeout to walk ratio. Okay. But also because of this, the whole MVP thing's wild. Like, if Toronto wins it, Vlad's 10, Kirk's 12. Kirk came down. He's 500 in the series.
Yeah.
Guy's still 12-1. First bet, official racing partner of VSiN. Thrilled to bring an exclusive offer to bet the Breeders' Cup World Championships. Promo code VSiNBC. You'll be entered into VIP Vegas experience when you deposit and bet $200. When you deposit and bet just $100, you get a 1-year VSiN Pro subscription, access to everything we do, the content, the picks, and more. Bet the Breeders' Cup with First Bet. VSINBC at first.com/VSiN.
Up next, you're going to hear from Warren Sharp, who had some very strong comments to make about the future schedule of a quarterback and a bet to be made as a result.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Coming up in 15 minutes, Jensen Lewis will join the program, VSiN morning show host, also former Major League pitcher. I can't wait to get his thoughts on what these managers are going to do and how they're going to operate tonight. You had a good point during the break. What if it's 5-4 in the second inning? You just say, sorry, guys, you got to suck it up. Keep pitching.
Yeah.
Take one for the team.
I know. That's where we're at. It's wild. And to think there's a game tomorrow and how the schedule is now with what happened. It's one thing to have an 18-inning game, but it happened in game 3.
Right.
And we don't have an off day now. And what happened? So this is fascinating to watch in the what-if scenario.
So at FanDuel, they have Ohtani's first at-bat, the result of that. And they are offering Walker hit by pitch at plus 470. House rules states that a pitch must be thrown. So if it's an intentional walk, that's not a winner over there. So I'm guessing that would probably be a refund then, because intentional walk is not included.
No. Well, it's just got to be we're just going to be careful with them and not give them anything to hit, which could happen.
Yeah, but that's hey, that's like D'Amico Ryans telling Fairbairn, why don't you kick it through the end zone?
Right, no kidding. That's like what Schneider said. Well, be careful with him. Oh, I made a mistake.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Yes, right.
The channel part to Cal Ripken, right down. Here you go. What would you like to do with the ball?
Deposit it. Okay.
Again, Smoltzy on the broadcast is like, that's, of all guys, you're going to put one right there for him? Like, that's the last spot that you can put it.
Under 1.5 total bases, minus 140.
Yeah.
If they're not going to pitch to him, it's how they're going to. Boy, that's good. Then again, everything we're discussing goes up in smoke if it's a 7-1 game.
That and also, what if Schneider's really just BSing us, right?
He's not. There's no way. Not after what he did. He already did it.
Well, that's not yet during the course of the game.
I mean, look how many times he did it. He's just like, okay, that's it.
How many NFL coaches have already basically lied this year? Oh, we got to get this guy the ball. Okay. Hello, I'm going to bet props. No, you didn't? Great. Fantastic. I just lost a couple of nice bets on that. That happens all the time. It happened to me with Gadsden with the Chargers. I got to keep going back to that.
Yeah, well, okay, sure, go ahead.
Harbaugh, after his debut in week 3, I believe, against Denver, right? Harbaugh tells the media there's more of that where it came from. We've seen this before. It's going to keep going on. I bet him twice. The next 2 weeks, nothing.
Right.
Since then, the guy is like turning into Kellen Winslow out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also a little bit on that level, too, but certainly sky high with the frustration. Guess who had a great game Sunday? Henderson for the Patriots. After it's like, what will it take for you? What is Stevenson have to microwave a kitten to get benched here? He fumbles at the goal line on a regular basis. And then Henderson doesn't do anything. And it's, when I get off him, he has a monster game. Mm-hmm. So it's.
No, I hear you.
I got you.
All right. So I think there's a bet to be made here as we pivot to the National Football League. Yesterday, Warren Sharp joined the program. He does every single Monday during the football season at 5:30 Eastern. He also joins our Sunday morning Pro Football Tailgate show that we do at 9 o'clock Eastern all the way until noon. Pauly and I do it right here from Circa. And I'll tell you about the bet here coming up in a few minutes. But we got into Patriots quarterback Drake May. I'll begin with this. I'm holding a ticket. I'm looking right now. Drake May, 95-1 to win the MVP. I'm going to try to get a date on this for you.
Wow.
It looks like I bet that on... Give me the date on this bad boy. I'll find that for you in a second. But either way, I'm holding 95-1. How strong is that ticket looking in your opinion right now?
Well, I think you got a ton of upside in the future. Obviously, it's looking very good right now. I'm sure the price is substantially lower than that right now. But in the future, this is what I can tell you from a strength of schedule perspective, which is where I spend a lot of my time at this point in the season. The New England Patriots, yes, they've played a relatively easy schedule of opposing pass defenses to date. It's about to get even easier, though. Of their last 9 games, 6 of them are against pass defenses that rank 25th or worse. And where does Drake May stack up in terms of year 2 quarterbacks? Because if you rank the top quarterbacks of last year's class last year at the end of the season, Drake May was actually outside the top 3. He was behind Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix Jr., in fact, in terms of efficiency. But if you look at year 2 quarterbacks, since 2015, Drake May ranks number 2 in yards per attempt, number 2 in success rate, number 4 in EPA per attempt, and number 3 in touchdown to interception rate. And that's out of 64 qualifying year 2 quarterbacks. And that includes the only quarterbacks he's behind in terms of EPA is Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Brock Purdy, their second seasons in the NFL. So Drake May is having a groundbreaking season from year 2. He's also significantly improved his game from year 1 to year 2. Some of these other guys were really good in year 1, obviously. So it just goes to show you how great Drake May is playing, how good he can continue to play because of these pass defenses he's going to face. But then also, let's not forget, Josh McDaniels, this offense, this system that they've got there is working really well for Drake May. So I've got a lot of confidence that this can continue. They also don't really have that bell cow wide receiver 1 who they're relying so much on. It's Drake May with a lot of, guys around him. The offensive line isn't superior. There's not a, marquee number 1 receiver. So it's really going to come down to, in terms of, if people look back at this Patriots offense, they're going to remember Drake May is the one driving this thing big time.
I love hearing it. By the way, I made the bet on October 2nd.
Wow.
So a good 3 weeks into the season at least.
It's great value.
And Warren has awesome nuggets like that every week when he joins the show. So I love hearing that. 25th or worse passing defenses coming up in 6 of the remaining 9 games that he has. Okay, so how about this? Drake May currently has 2,026 yards passing. He's in 5th place overall. Justin Herbert leads with 2,140. Drake May's 114 yards off the pace. Mahomes is ahead of him. Prescott's ahead of him. Danny Dimes ahead of him. They've all played the same amount of games. Matthew Stafford is at 1,866. He's played only 7 games. He's throwing for more passing yards per game than Drake May. But I also think that Drake May and the Patriots are going to be in a battle to the death with the Bills for this division potentially based on their schedule.
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a scenario where he's going to sit out like a week. I'm going to say it's kind of highly unlikely. So I bet him to lead the league in passing yards this morning at 16-1. I'm kind of doubling down on my MVP.
Interesting.
Bet with him.
That's a good look.
If he's got that kind of a schedule coming up with passing defenses, and he's within 114 yards right now, and oh, by the way, he leads the entire NFL with a completion percentage of 75%, I don't think this is a fluke. You said it yesterday, right? Throws the prettiest deep ball in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my angle with him.
Good find.
We talked about that and several other markets earlier today on a podcast that I do every week with Jonathan Von Tobel here on the VSiN Network. It's called Pod to the Futures. We kicked around that one. We kicked around other stat leaders and kicked around some unique markets to bet the NBA as well. So it was a good one today.
Good job. Calgary just scored in Toronto, trying to get that first period over.
Oh, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom, right?
That's right. Jeff Passan. There have been 703 games in the 121-year history of the World Series. Last night was only the 5th to get to the 13th inning.
Oh, wow.
13th. I can't believe that.
No, neither can I.
I can't believe. Look at this. This is Jason Stark. Here's his scorecard. Oh, my God. Trying to keep the scorecard of the game, what it looks like, who's in, who's out, the changes. Oh, man. What a mess. Scratched out, added here, over here. Using this column down here. Where do I have room? Can I squeeze this in? Wow. All the pictures. I can't, but yeah. Can't wait to talk to Jensen Lewis, too, as well. I mean, Klein looks around. My God, I'm the only guy left.
Right.
Last man standing. Oh, Yamamoto to save the day. If no Yamamoto, it was Rojas.
Isn't that funny the way it goes, though? All those runs were scored by the end of the 7th inning.
And then nothing, right? Shuts
and
down.
Isn't
that crazy?
For 11 more innings.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
That's it.
Dodgers win tonight. Fat ladies warming up. 86% World Series history. You're up 3-1. 84% all-time in the playoffs. Again, can the Blue Jays come up with the big hit? More importantly, the big 2-out hit. Opponents now 2 for 37 against the Dodgers with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. And we'll see if, the adrenaline takes over and all this stuff. I mean, I thought there was some good stuff on the postgame. And again, you're talking about the greats with Jeter, Rodriguez, and Poppy. Rodriguez saying I would throw Ohtani tomorrow, not tonight. And I think he was overdoing it, but he said there were some playoff games where I had problems walking back to my hotel. It's like, you played shortstop. But maybe it's the drain. Imagine if you caught like Will Smith and some of these guys, what they're feeling today.
Yeah. Playing shortstop.
You played 2 games.
Yeah, playing shortstop would never take a toll on anybody's body.
I can't believe he said that. Like, what the hell were you doing?
Jeter diving into the crowd 3 rows deep. Comes up.
Oh, that
bloody.
I understand. Yeah, but I can't walk back to my hotel after a night. Come on.
You're not in the UFC here, pal. Stop kidding around.
I couldn't believe that.
Jensen Lewis on the program coming up next. Former Major League pitcher, VSiN morning show host as well. What are we talking about here tonight with the pitching, the rotation, and obviously the bullpens?
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
What a game last night. One for the ages. Game 3 World Series. We get to do it all over again coming up in about 90 minutes. And we head out here to the Progressive guest line as Jensen Lewis joins the program now. Former Major League pitcher, morning show host here on the network. Jensen, thanks for the time. After the game last night, Klein, who was the magic man out there on the mound for four innings, he told the media that he basically heard from 1,000 people at some point, right after the game, earlier this morning, whatever it was. As a former pitcher, how many people did you hear from, like, during and after the game?
I think I told you guys my best inning ever was Game 3 in the 2007 Division Series at Yankee Stadium when I punched out Jeter, Abreu, and A-Rod. And that was back when, you had like the razors, the flip phones, and I want to say I had over at least 100 text messages and like 50 voicemails, whatever. Last night was hysterical. Our LB Network Radio Loud Outs group, all of us former players, I tapped out earlier than I wanted to, obviously with a quick turnaround, so it was tough. I had 317 text messages from our group last night. So going through that, just seeing everyone reacting, I mean, we've all been there. We're all managing. We have Derek Shelton, former Pirates manager, who's in that group too. So it's great to get his insight on some of the decisions and some of the boneheaded ones there from John Schneider. But what a game, guys. Early reports on the pitching side here, Mitch, it sounds like everyone's available for the Blue Jay bullpen except for Eric Lauer, which makes sense going 4 2/3. I'm really interested to see what you get from Hoffman tonight, as well as Sasaki on the Dodgers side. And just, again, it's inning by inning here. I don't know how the hell Ohtani is going to be able to do this tonight, guys. I was getting an IV yesterday.
Yeah.
I was cramping up last night. So and that got me to an under on his outs. I played the under at the plus price, under 17.5 outs for Ohtani. I played the over at $1.60 for Bieber, over 14.5 outs. I played his over 4.5 strikeouts too. You have to get length somewhere. And I think Bieber will probably get it tonight.
So after the game, Schneider was asked, are you going to pitch around him moving forward or walk him? And he said, yeah, I'm going to walk him. And then he was asked 45 minutes ago, are you going to walk him to start the game? He says, I don't know yet. What do you think happens?
So knowing Bieber the way that I have and covered him, I think there's a mutiny in the clubhouse if they walk him intentionally to start the game. And regardless let's say the Dodgers or the Blue Jays go out and put up a 2 spot, even if it's scoreless 1-2-3, I think the first AB of the game, you have to be smart going after. I'd expect cutters from Bieber. I'd expect if he's got a good slider out of the bullpen, those are ways to kind of stay off the plate. I wore my Superman shirt in honor of Ohtani because that's what he is. Mitch, you were great. You said it's Michael Jordan, reincarnated in a baseball uniform. So I don't think Pauly, to answer your question roundaboutly, I would be utterly shocked if they put up 4 fingers to start the bottom of the first. Outside of that, it's free game. If you want to put it up and you don't want to pitch to him the rest of the series or as far as the rest of the game, to start the game, though, I would be utterly shocked if that happens.
Why?
I just don't think it sets the right precedent as far as Bieber's concerned. Like, you're asking Bieber then to face Betts, who's actually been pretty good against him. You're already putting the go-ahead run. I'm saying it's a 0-0 game. You're asking to put the go-ahead run. Well, it'll come to the plate anyway in Ohtani, so you're going to put him on base already. Then one swing and you're down 2-0 in a game you have to have. This is the must-win game.
Yeah.
Teams that will go up 3-1 and 89%, win the series. So I can't ask my starting pitcher to already be under more duress than it already is facing Ohtani when he steps in the box to start the first.
Well, so then how does Bieber approach him though?
That's what I'm saying is I think, Mitch, it's more he's going to go cut fastballs in. I think he moves his feet a little bit with the slider, maybe down and in, bounces it, has a good curveball. That's why I'm saying when you watch him early coming out of the pen, if I'm Alejandro Kirk, I'm going to know whether he's got a really good slider, good curveball, both or not. And that's probably going to be communicated from Pete Walker walking in to the dugout. Pete Walker's going to tell John Schneider, he looks pretty damn good, and you might want to give him a shot here. So, guys, I think it goes right up until Bieber walks in from the pen. They have kind of a conversation about what they want to do. And ultimately, heck, Vladdy could go hit a solo homer in the top of the first, and you get a 1-0 lead. So I'm real anxious to it. The pitcher in me, knowing the competitor that Bieber is, I think he is going to want every opportunity to tell John Schneider and prove to him, listen, this is the first guy of the game. After that, if you want to walk him second time around, you're the manager. That's your call.
Could it be in a version of an intentional walk? Or it's
Certainly.
I'm not gonna, out of respect to Bieber, right? It's I'm not going to make you intentionally walk this guy, but don't put anything even close to the plate for him.
Can't Sir Anthony Dominguez it, right? You just can't put it on a tee. That cannot happen. And for what it's worth, guys, I know I looked at the FanDuel props, and I think you guys have talked about it. There's a part of me the hit by pitch part of this, right? If you're going to miss, you miss so egregiously in. You start that cutter, almost at the inner third, and if it's high, you want it right at his hands. The guy's got to pitch. So there's some other strategy involved here too. All right, is if you want to make sure that you don't miss out over the big part of the plate, Bieber's strengths to left-handed hitters are throwing cutters in and sliders in. So uncork it, man. If you hit him, whatever. You were going to walk him anyway, so be it. At least inflict a little physical damage here for a guy that is, there's no way he's 100% coming into tonight knowing what he's done all of 18 innings of last night.
You imagine Bieber does that and it comes in, hits his right wrist. Ohtani's pitching tonight. All of a sudden, okay, I can't go. He did something to my wrist. No, I'm just based on what. Yeah. And by the way, I'm guessing that you pitch with guys in your career who would have that mentality. He's getting some chin music to begin the game.
there is something to be said for a guy that's so locked in, guys. It was always preached to us that you want to make someone uncomfortable. Now, by no means are we saying or advocating that you go above the shoulders. That's an absolute no-no. In a way to make sure you don't make mistakes, I go back to what Bieber's real good at, and that is inside cutters and sliders to a left-handed hitter. So to me, you know, I remember like Adrian Beltre, the only guy I ever hit, only career rejection I ever had. Guy was on absolute fire against us when he was with Boston. The first pitch was defending a teammate, but I had no problems going high and tight, you know, to get him off the plate because he was covering everything. And especially at Fenway Park, you get the Green Monster. Everyone wants to yank down there as a right-handed hitter. So again, when you've got a guy this hot and you got a guy this locked in, there's something to be said for just absolutely letting him have it on the inside part of the plate and get him off. If nothing else, it might gain you a little real estate on the outside part of the plate and be able to get you a little bit more east and west.
What else do you have your eyes on tonight in terms of a bet overall? That I mean, player props wise, first five, anything like that?
Yeah, I actually do like Varsho tonight for a hit, Barger for a hit. I was actually texting with Derek Shelton, former manager with the Pirates, also coached, was a hitting coach there in Tampa under Joe Madden. And he said, it's an old Joe Madden trick here. Everyone slides up a spot. And so I'm fascinated to see with Lucas leading off here, Vladdy in the 2-hole now. You almost might cheat and get an extra AB for it. I love Vladdy for 2 more total bases tonight. As I said, I think he could go deep tonight, just knowing that there's going to be some fatigue there for Ohtani. I think you look at Bichette tonight. I know Kirk has been on absolute fire. But just kind of the pitch arsenal doesn't line up real well against him on paper. Now, again, that's why I give the caveat, the fatigue here for Ohtani. I'm anxious to see first and second time around the lineup. So love Varsho, love Barger tonight. As I said, I think Bieber gets enough length, guys, just by default, that he gets to 5 strikeouts. So I played the over on that, played the over on the outs. And then, you know, here we go from the 6th, 7th inning on. Your guess is as good as mine, guys. I mean, just knowing you play 18 innings. The only other one, I know you guys get to get out, but I was doing pre and post game for the Indians and the Blue Jays in 2016 when it was Canada Day. They played 19 innings. Okay. Trevor Bauer came in relief and I think through 7 innings. So it was just unbelievable to see. He was supposed to start the next day. He ends up having to come in relief and basically had his own start a day early. So anything is possible tonight, and I cannot wait to see how both managers have to do the tightrope tonight.
I was going to say, there's a scenario where Kershaw has to come into the game tonight and give him like 3 innings.
Yeah.
100%, fellas. And again, that's why I think the end of the game, if it is a close and it's a save situation, boy, I don't know what you're getting from Sasaki. He looked terrible last night. Hoffman bounced back after 2 full innings. It's a big deal, man. And so some great live betting opportunities, too.
All right, pal. Thanks so much for hopping on the program here late notice. We really appreciate it. Enjoy the game.
Always, fellas. Thanks.
Thank you. VSiN Pro subscribers have exclusive access to all new AI player prop projections powered by Opt.AI, the same trusted brand behind elite soccer analytics in the UK, data-driven projections for QBs, wide receivers, and running backs. And to tip off the NBA season, limited time free preview of the new NBA player props. Ton of guys are 3-0. Every game's gone over. Check it out. VSiN.com/NFL props. VSiN.com/NBA props.
Wake up early tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. with Jensen and Dave Ross. They'll recap World Series Game 4 tonight. In Pocket Plays coming up next.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right. Anti-fun. Rooting for nothing to happen. Got taken out last night. Again, Jeff Passan, Yahoo Sports. In the 121-year history of the World Series, only 5 games had gone 13 innings. This prop was extra innings. There was also another one up. Will a game go 11-plus innings? But you get extra innings, and you get a walk-off. Let Freeman ring as he goes deep again and is one of the heroes last night with Klein and also Ohtani. Scherzer under K's was a winner. I thought the Dodgers had some horrible at-bats early on. Scherzer was good, but you got to attack. I mean, Tim never told you.
Right.
Well, it was good. Go after that first pitch fastball. And they would fall behind in the count and let him sneak it past them. And then he went to work. Freeman, World Series MVP, in trouble here with what Ohtani's doing. No triple in the series, plus 105. A good game Friday night, North Texas and Navy. Saturday, but a lot of North Texas played Friday. They've had some incredible scores here in shootouts the last 3 games, and I love Blake Horvath with Navy. Over there, New Mexico, UNLV over. UNLV can score. They can't stop anything. They gave up a 50-burger to Boise and gave up 48 at home to Air Force. South Carolina plus 13 against Kiffin. I can see this coming a mile away. They're coming off the big win against Oklahoma. If they win out, they're in the playoff. He's taking shots at Venables. He's smelling himself. I'm not calling for the outright upset, but I think South Carolina hangs. Nebraska plus 7 against USC. A fate of Lincoln Riley on the road. This moved against us. I don't get it. Utah's up to, there was a 9.5
earlier today.
Yeah. But no one's talking about Houston and no one talking about Cincinnati. 2 very good teams that can mess things up. They can also win the Big 12 or get in the Big 12 title game. I'll take the points with Cincinnati, and we go back 3 years now with our pain and misery and struggles with Utah. I think Utah's power rating is too high here. Jacksonville laying 3 against the Raiders. Colts laying 2.5 against the Steelers. Bet that a week early in the look ahead. And 2-0 with those so far on the year. With the look ahead, let's make it 3-0. Tonight, Bieber over 2.5 walks. Bieber over 14.5 outs. Ohtani under 1.5 total bases. Minus 140. Can't wait for this one. Good luck, everyone.
All right, I had a loser last night with Bryce Sensabaugh over his threes. Boy, he was on such a great tear in the 2 games to begin this year, the preseason and going back to last season. Last night was the weirdest game he's had in the entire stretch. He was bad last night, minus 25 overall, didn't take a lot of shots. And that game went to overtime and was played in the 130s. I don't think he made 1 3 last night. So I think outlier moving forward. But that was a guy that that's not the first time I bet him to begin the year.
Have you seen a team total already yet? Are they out early? How early those come out?
No, that'll probably come out.
The Hawks play the Nets tomorrow.
I think
after what we talked about with the Rockets. I
forgot to have that in pocket to Luke yesterday.
Oh, was that easy?
That was everything with the Rockets. First quarter, first half, and full game. I think at some point here, the number's going to be too high.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks' first quarter would be like 34.5. That's how bad we're talking with the Nets right now. Okay.
Oh, man.
More plays. Talked about this earlier this hour. Drake May, 16-1 most passing yards in the NFL. Great breakdown by Warren Sharp on their upcoming schedule. He's 114 yards behind the current leader, who is Justin Herbert. And I got to do it one more time. I bet him every game so far this year. It's cashed every game. Let's get one more. This number's been all over the map. Market disagrees with me. Derry Bird, otherwise known as A.J. Green for the Bucks. They get the Knicks tonight. This opened up over 2.5 made threes around minus 114. It's now plus 120. Definitely hoping the market is wrong on this. I have to do it one more time with him. He's treated me really well to begin the season. Yeah. Guy is a terrific shooter from downtown, so let's go one more time.
Let's go. Jonathan Davis off to a good start. Carolina scored 3 minutes into the game. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia 1-1 end of 1. Calgary leads Toronto 1-0 end of 1. Put your handicapping talents to the test in the inaugural First Bet Breeders' Cup Survivor. Pick against the spread in 2 pro football matchups. Nail a top 3 finisher in 8 select Breeders' Cup races. You'll be in the hunt for $10,000. Entries are due Thursday. Head to first.com/VSiN. Get started now. First.com/VSiN. Go get them.
All right. VSiN.com/NBA props. I would bookmark that and check it out every single day for those of you who like to bet player props in the NBA. They have A.J. Green at 3.24 made threes tonight. Hope they're right on that one. They also, their biggest margin tonight is Malik Monk. They have him making over 3 threes in this game. His number is 1.5, juice at about minus 150 in the Kings Thunder game. This is a back-to-back now for OKC. They got Zubac going like way under his rebounds prop tonight.
Yeah, he has gone under all 3 games. Those are up there with the prop analyzer. Freak and Maxey and Levine and Schroeder for the Kings have gone over their points, rebounds, and assists in every game.
Oh.
Green over 3s every game. Maxey 3s, Ball 3. Bridges overall 3 games, rebounds. Hartenstein overall 4 games, rebounds. And Maxey, Levine, your boy Green, Schroeder over all 3 games with points as well. Check all that stuff out. Coming up tonight with the doubleheader on NBC and an 8 o'clock Pacific tip on NBC. I'd lean Kennesaw State tonight, too. 2 football games.
I like it.
And James Madison, Texas State. James Madison, 6-1. They only lost at Louisville. They led double digits in that game. See if James Madison can win their conference. Doable. Tough schedule coming up, though. They are up to 7 at DraftKings. That total opens 60 here. And that is now down to 55. Our guy, who was it today? Was it Berkey or Cohen? 35-mile-per-hour winds possible here. And Texas State has been a big disappointment. We were on the air last year where they had that game against, was it 2 years ago or last year? They had that game against Arizona. Yes, last year against Arizona State. And we're thinking, hey, they win this game. They could get the playoff. They had a poor, I think they went 8-5 last year. Now they're off to a bad start this season. So disappointing with Texas State, but certainly James Madison, the real deal, the Dukes.
I'll throw this at you. We were talking about Victor Wembanyama as well. Maybe ways to try to bet either him or the Spurs. So we got a tweet earlier. Somebody's betting him to win the NBA Cup MVP, which takes place in December, 40-1. Here's the problem with that. They are in West Group C. I don't know what the NBA is doing with this, the groups here.
Yeah, how they come up with it? Or?
Yeah, in this group, it's the Rockets, the Nuggets, the Warriors, the Spurs, and Portland.
Oh.
Are you serious? And then I'm looking at other groups. You get the Jazz, Suns, and Kings in the same group. That's the Thunder's group? They get the T-Wolves, the Kings, the Suns, and the Jazz? Is this... What?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You have 4 of the best teams in the West in one group. I can't get there, but I hope he does it for you.
Yeah. Okay. Knights just scored. Good job, Jonathan Davis. First period over in 6 minutes. There you go.
I didn't know the game was starting so fast.
Oh, frozen frenzy, baby. Get this. This is great. 8 o'clock start tonight on ice, too. I like how they do this.
We got that, the late NBA game.
Yeah, every 15 minutes they drop the puck. Let's go. Another guy. Let's dance.
Yeah, those games will be, going on when the baseball game's in the 15th inning yet again. And we have no idea what the hell's going to happen in that spot. And the managers have no clue who's going to be pitching next. That would be a good prop for tonight. Or maybe for the rest of the series. Will we see a positional player pitch at some point? Because, that's going to... Paul, if we go 12-13 tonight, that's going to happen maybe sooner than you think.
Chiefs covered last night, obviously. Favorites went 11-2 ATS. Best record in a week since December of 1985.
85. Wow.
How about that? And they all covered by 7+ points as well.
Another one that came in on the pleaser, by the way.
The most in 30+ years, yeah. They're going to get some love now after what happened. Yeah, let me try those pleasers. Yeah, why not?
Sure, and you know what's going to happen this week? Like every early game is going to come down to the wire.
That continues to happen, though.
Well, not every game.
The teams are doing very well covering the favorites in the early window at 66%.
Also,
say that.
How many people, because we got emails on this as well, ftm@vsin.com, with the slips to prove it. The people in the audience who got knocked out, people buying multiple circa entry for Survivor entries, they got knocked out with the Cardinals, and they came back and got knocked out with the Bengals last week.
Oh, how about like Kelly Bidlin, who got, again, the Bengals got him 3 years in a row. He's got to get the T-shirt, he said.
Prime time is next. Have a great night.
Oh.